Hello, boys and girls. Today is Friday, March 20th, 2020. And as I put on the board, rekenrek math. Hopefully you remember what the rekenrek was. It's these fancy things. These tools that have beads, and there's 5 of one color and 5 of another. We were using drawings to represent this. So on your paper, you would have had 5 shaded circles and then 5 open circles to represent the white ones. So when we use these, this is going to represent our total. So you draw however many you start with. I did post some pages on the dojo, 2 pages that are right here, page 1, page 2. They go with the last lesson that we had done in class, so it's additional practice. I thought we could do a few so you get a feel for them, and I thought you could do some at home. Now, if you have a printer, great, you can print them. If that's a problem, no big deal. You can certainly copy them down. You can do them on a whiteboard. I'm not going to collect it, so don't worry about that, but it is some good practice just to keep your thoughts going along this line so we remember what we're doing when we get back into school. So one example is 7 take away 1. 7 minus 1 equals blank. Now I went ahead and drew my rekenrek, my beads. Remember, we shade the first group, and then the white ones can just be open circles. So you start with your total. In subtraction, we always start with the total. So I drew 5 reds and 2 whites, because that's my 7. 5, 6, 7. I'm going to take away 1. So in order to do that, I have to show it. So I'm going to cross it out. And I cross out the last one, because if I cross out this one, then I don't have a 5 group anymore, and I can't just say 5, 6. I have to say, oh, I crossed that out, so I have 4, 5, 6. I have to count that up. So let's leave the 5 group alone, unless we have to dig into it. So we cross out from the end of our row in our picture. So if I take 7 minus 1, I'm left with, I don't even have to count that because I know it's a 5 group, and 1 more is 6. So I would write that as my answer. That's one example. There are some other kinds. For instance, you might have one that has a missing part. So the part that gets taken away is going to be the missing one. So let's try, I'm going to try to give you one that's not on the paper. So 6 take away something equals 5. This is my total, my 6. I'm starting with a 6. I'm taking away something, and I have to end up with 5. So I'm going to start by drawing out my 6 with my beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice how it's not fancy. Doesn't take long. 1 more is 6. I've got my 5 reds and my 1 white. 6 is my total. I want to take away something. I don't know yet what to cross out, but I know I want to end up with 5. So I might put a ring around 5, and I can see a 5 group right here. Can you see the 5 group? I see it without even counting. I know I have 5 reds. So there's my group of 5. That's what I'm left with. So if that's what I have after I took away something, I must have taken away that guy. So I'm going to put that number right there. There's 1 that must have been taken away to leave me with 5. So 6 minus 1 equals 5. There's another kind they're going to give you. They're going to throw that equal sign in a really weird spot. And you're going to be like, what? Remember, we always read left to right, just like if we're reading a book. Let's do a different number because they use that one. Let's do a 5. 5 minus, 5 is equal to 5 minus something. That equal sign tends to throw us off. We tend to say 5 minus 5 equals. That is not a minus sign. That is an equal sign. If that throws you off, don't let it. You can just pretend that this is over here. It doesn't change a thing. If you pretend that's there, picture it there, because we always read left to right. So 5 is equal to 5 minus something. Or picture it like this if this is easier. 5 minus something is equal to 5. And my 5 looks like an S. Whew. Not much better. 5 minus something equals 5. All right, I want to go ahead and draw it. And when we're doing 5 groups using rekenrek, I only have 5 beads, so there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds. If I have 5 to start, I have to take something away, and I still have 5. Well, these guys are all still there. So guess what I took away? There's nothing to take away. There's a number for that. The number for nothing is 0. So 5 minus 0 equals 5. So that's that kind of problem. Let's see what else they give us on these pages. This one looks a little tricky. We'll say 5 is equal to 6 minus something. That threw me off when I first saw it because I was thinking 5 minus 6. I can't do that. And then I'm like, wait a minute. This is one of those things where the equal sign is in a funny spot. So this is 5 is equal to 6 minus something. Okay, this isn't 5 take away 6. It's 5 is equal to 6 minus something. Now, if I'm going to draw it, I have to start with my total. Which one's my total? In subtraction, the biggest number is your total. And you always start with the biggest number. Looks like I started with this number, however, so that throws me off a little. But 6 is bigger than 5. So this is when you might want to think, okay, that equal sign throws me off. So picture it over here. And then you'll see that, yes, we actually did start with the biggest number. Tricky, I know. So if we think of it that way, we can find our big number easily. So it's the 6. So I'm going to get rid of that to not confuse myself and this circle. So I'm going to start by drawing my total with beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more is 6. 5 is equal to 6 minus something. 5 is my answer. 5 is what I'm left with. So I'm going to put a ring around that because that's what I'm supposed to end up with. That's what's left. So 5 is equal to 6 minus something. This is what I end up with. So what has to go there? I must have taken that little guy away. That must be what gets taken away. 6 minus 1. If I'm not sure, I can check it. I can use my fingers. I've always got my fingers. Okay, let's take our 6 fingers. Let's take away 1 and prove it. Is it equal to 5? It sure is. So we've just proven to ourselves that this is correct. I know it's tricky the way they set it up, but we can prove to ourselves that it's right. And picturing the equal sign over on this side might help. All right, that's that one. They're also going to give you problems where they only give you the beads and they want you, like on these, they want you to fill in the number sentence. So the first one, and I'm going to change it, so don't think this is the right one. There's going to be my total. They want you to show this, take away something, equals this. And they've done the takeaway for you. So you can see what they're taking away. And you can see what they started with. That one should be filled in more. So I look to see what my total is. I see a group of 5. Don't even have to count them. I know they're all there because they added some whites. So 5, 6, 7, 8 was my total. Because that's, you think about what you had before you crossed any off. So there's my 8. There's my total. What am I taking away? Well, they already did it for you. You just have to fill it in. So we took away 1, and we must equal what? Well, 5, 6, 7. 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. There's another one that's a little tricky, mainly because it looks like they didn't do the whole part. So they have your beads set up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red ones. And I'm going to choose a different number. And 1 white. And this is how they're showing it. Well, wait a minute. They didn't cross anything off. So what am I supposed to do? Oh, that's right. There is a number for when you don't take anything away. There's a number for that amount. So let's first think about our total. 5 and 1 more is how much? 6. Put your total there. What are you going to take away? Well, did they take any away? There's a number for that. 0. So if we have 6 and we take away 6, what are we left with? Is anything crossed out? Has anything been taken away? No. So we still have the exact same amount we started with. So 6 minus 0 equals 6. Then they're going to put the beads in a different way. They're going to put them vertically. I'm even going to go vertically for you. So they're going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll show 7. And they're going to say this minus this equals that. So you have to go with your total. I like to start down here, count all the 5 group first. So 5, 6, 7, there's my total. What am I taking away? Well, did they take any away this time? Nope, just like the last one, except now it's vertical. Didn't take any away. 7 minus 0 is equal to 7. Maybe they'll give you that one or something similar, and they will cross something off. So if that's the case, we have still our total of 7. We're going to take away what they crossed off, which is 1. And what does that equal? Well, how many aren't crossed off? 5 and 1 more, 6. Then on the bottom, they're going to give you a bunch, and they say to visualize your 5 groups to help you. So if you want to picture them in your mind and that's easy, go ahead. If you don't even need them at all because you got it, you don't have to do anything. If it helps you to draw a picture, draw a picture. So if you have something like 9 is equal to 10 minus something and you are stumped, go ahead and draw a picture. So I would start with my total. Which one's my total though? In subtraction, you always start with the big number. Start with the total. Looks like we started with it here, but remember, that's that equal sign again, so they didn't really start there. You're starting here, because you always read left to right. We tend to equal with what am I saying? We tend to end with the equal sign. I can't, think and write and talk, yikes. So we're used to seeing it like this, so we start with the big number. That's why I tend to say that. However, it's a little tricky when they throw the equal sign on this side. So the total is always the biggest number. And this part is not the total. This is the difference. This is what the answer in subtraction is called, the difference. So when you do your subtraction, what you end up with is that one. But this is the biggest number. So that's how we start. That's our total. So you'd have to draw your 10 beads. This is in case you're stumped and you still want a picture, which is no problem because these can be tricky. So you draw your 10 beads and you're going to wind up with 9. So you still have to have a group of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what you're left with. If you're left with that, you must have taken away how many? Well, there he is. And that's a 1. So 9 is equal to 10 minus 1. Or 10 minus 1 equals 9. If we want to prove it to ourselves, 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. Bingo. All right, that's a lot of math for one video, and it'll probably take forever to upload. So we'll see how we do. The joke of the day. Here we go. What do you get when you cross a great white shark with a computer? Give up? A megabyte. And it says great white sharks, little fun fact, lose up to 30,000 teeth in a lifetime. New teeth grow to replace them. Amazing. Well, that's that. So I will try to get some more videos going and get them going for Monday. Do this if you can. If you have problems and you have questions, you're confused, message me. I would love to hear from you. You can always email me, the school email, or you can probably post it as a comment or something right on the dojo. So let me know, and we'll see how you do. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye.